Okay, for this tutorial we're going to look at the basics of LaTeX lists, and we got a document here. I think it's about 5 pages altogether. That's the first page, and we'll look at itemize first, then enumerating, describing, and then mixing list environments, and finally we're going to look at changing the labels for our list items. And you might want to take a look at this. This is kind of a splash screen. Put this up every time we make a video on tech or LaTeX, and it's just kind of showing you what you need to do to to make your own tech files. And this is the code for the PDF we just looked at. I think it's less than 200 lines of code. So if you're getting into typesetting, you got to kind of be into typing, so I would recommend kind of typing this out, and it's kind of a necessity, something you have to do. It's part of typesetting. So this is the document once again. Okay, and we're going to start out very simple, though. We don't start out with a big document. We're starting out with a document class as an article, and we're using 12-point type, and really the only thing we're doing now is putting up a section for the basics of lists, and that's where we're at so far. And next what we're going to do here is look at itemize. So that's one way of putting a list down, and we're not actually itemizing yet. We're just kind of laying things out, and now we're itemizing. You can see back here, beginning with line 15 and ending with line 19 is our itemized environment, and the items within that environment are lines 16, 17, and 18. Okay, and that for the first level, it's going to give us a series of bullets. So you could see subsection 1.1. We've got 3 bullets: one for itemizing, one for enumerating, another bullet for describing. Okay, and next what we're going to do is look at nesting within the itemized environment. So here you can see subsection 1.1.1. We've got bullets for the highest level. You can see with animal items and furniture items, we've got bullets there. But once you go one level deeper, that changes to a dash. And finally, one level deeper than that, we go to stars. And I'm going to show you how to change those symbols, the bullets and stars and such. That's not something yet you need to stay with. You could change that if you like. Okay, so next we're going to look at enumerating lists. So it's basically putting numbers before the items in the lists. So let's go back and look at that again. So you can see on line 52 we're beginning the enumerate environment there, and we actually end the enumerate environment on line 56, and the items within that environment are lines 53, 54, and 55. And here you see it, subsection 1.2, and you can see the numbers. You got a number 1, you got a number 2, and you got a number 3. So that's what the enumerate environment does. Now when you nest with enumerate, things change a little bit here. So you could see on line 63, that's where our nested environment begins, and it ends on line 81. So just kind of nesting. You can see enumerates within enumerates, and what that does is shown on section 1. Subsection 1.2.1, nesting with enumerate. And you can still you can see you still have the numbers for the top level, 1 animal items, 2 furniture items, but as you go deeper, you're no longer using the Arabic numerals. One level deeper, you're using you're using letters A, B, C, and D, and you go a level deeper than that, and you're starting to get into the Roman numerals. So that's enumerate. And next, what we're going to do is look at the description environment. So on line 88, you can see begin description, and line 92 is end description. So those are the enclosing tags. And lines 89, 90, and 91 are the items. And you can see after, it's a little bit different in this environment, because right after the item we follow that with a set of square brackets, and the items within those square brackets are actually going to be they're going to be made bold. In this case, there are other things you can do with them, but for right now we're just making them bold. And here you see it. See, there are no bullets, no numbers, nothing like that. Subsection 1.3. And you can see how the text is made bold. Itemizing lists, enumerating lists, and describing lists. And next what we're going to do is we're going to look at what happens when you start nesting descriptions. So you can see we're starting to nest on line 99. Scroll down here, and we end that nesting environment on line 117. So descriptions within descriptions. Okay, and let's look at that. Subsection 1.3.1, nesting with description. And you can see there are still no numbers, no letters, no bullets. It's just the indentation that changes. So as you go deeper, you move further and further to the right with the indentation. Okay, and we're going to look at mixing nested list environments. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, we're listing. We've got itemize, we've got enumerate, and we've got description, and everything is from lines 126 through 144. So we're basically nesting different listing environments. And you can see here subsection 1.4. We've got bullets for the top level. You go one level deeper, we're enumerating. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we go a level deeper, and we've got descriptions. Okay, and next, what we're going to do here is we're going to look at changing the list labels. So we're going to use the same thing we used back with nested itemize lists. Only here you can see on lines 155 through 158, you see we're renewing commands. So we're changing the commands for the way the labels work. And you can see on line 155, it's label item I. That's a Roman numeral. And you can see below there we got I, and IV. Those are all Roman numerals, and they're basically for the 4 levels of labels that are used. So you can see to the right of there we've got spade suit, heart suit, club suit, diamond suit, and you see within those commands, or on the outside of those commands, you see the $sign. That means you need a mathematical environment to use those symbols. So we're not doing any math at all here. There's no math at all for this tutorial, but you've got to put those commands within the mathematical environments. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that. And here we see it, section 2. And at the highest level, you've got spades, hearts, one level deeper, clubs a level deeper, and then finally at the 4th level, you've got the diamonds. So there are a whole bunch of symbols you could use. I'm not going to show everything. This document would go on forever, but that's just one way you can do it. You could use the suits from playing cards, but there are a whole bunch of different ways that can be done. And this is the final code here, so you might want to hit pause as you need to copy it from here, get it all done. And that's it. 140 lines of code, and that's including the spaces, so not too bad. And here's the final document once again, and there it is. That's the basics of lists in LaTeX.